Precisely 2 weeks ago, I put out a video comparing all sorts of cars in the 40 to 50 lakhs budget. And in that video, a viewer with the handle India Soccer requested me to do a comparison of SUVs in the 70 lakhs budget. So in today's video, I'm going to be comparing SUVs in the 50 to 75 lakhs budget. This video is for those of you who are in the market for such a thing, and also for the rest of us daydreamers, including me. So start stashing your cash now. Before I start off this video, I want to ask y'all a question, especially for those of you who want to buy an SUV, say for about 70 lakhs.
What do you do for a living? This car's crazy.
No, I'm just kidding. The real question is, do y'all consider buying sedans, or is that totally out of the window? Please let me know in the comments below. Let me first lay down the scope of this video. See, some of the SUVs I've compared in my previous video may overlap into this budget too. So I won't be talking about them and will only speak of cars that I haven't already spoken of, except maybe one. Secondly, I will, for this comparison, stick to the base variant of an SUV with a given engine and gearbox combo. Thirdly, and for it to make sense to y'all, I'll be splitting this comparison into 5 categories, which are petrol all-wheel drives, diesel all-wheel drives, petrols, diesels and electrics. And also in this video, I'll be comparing engines, power, torque, price and seating capacity. So stay tuned to the end of this video because I'll be telling y'all which one of these cars I'll be putting my hard-earned imaginary money on. Let's start this off with the diesel all-wheel drives, and you have 3 options here: the Fortuner Legenda, the MG Gloster 4x4 and the Mercedes GLA. First off, the price: 59.06 lakhs versus 53.78 versus 59.39 lakhs. That's quite a big gap, but let's hope it makes sense as we compare more of them. When it comes to the engine, the Fortuner Legenda gets a 2755cc 4-cylinder turbo diesel producing 201 bhp and 500 Newton meters of torque, which is mated to a 6-speed torque converter. The Gloster, on the other hand, gets a 1996cc 4-cylinder twin turbo diesel producing 213 horsepower and 478.5 Newton meters of torque and is mated to an 8-speed torque converter. The GLA gets a 1950cc 4-cylinder turbo diesel producing 188 horsepower and 400 Newton meters of torque and is mated to an 8-speed DCT. When it comes to seating, the Legenda and the Gloster seat 7, whereas the GLA seats only 5. Does this price gap make sense to you now? I think it will, if you are planning to hold on to the SUV for more than 10 years. And at that point, the reliability premium that you pay for the Toyota will probably pay for itself. With the GLA though, you pay for the badge, the sporty setup, more luxurious interiors and an advanced DCT gearbox. Moving on to the diesel 2-wheel drives, you get 2 options: the Fortuner Legenda and the BMW X1. The Legenda is priced at 54.66 lakhs and the X1 is 66.9 lakhs. When it comes to engines, the Fortuner Legenda again gets the same 2755cc 4-cylinder turbo diesel producing 201 horsepower and 500 Newton meters of torque, which is mated to a 6-speed torque converter. The Beamer, on the other hand, gets a 1995cc 4-cylinder twin turbo diesel producing a humble 148 horsepower and 360 Newton meters of torque, but it is mated to a nice and sporty 7-speed DCT. The X1 is much lighter though and has only 5 seats compared to the Legenda's 7. I mean, clearly both of these SUVs don't even compete with each other. The Legenda is a large, bulky ladder-on frame SUV which is more capable off-road, and the X1 is basically a low-slung, sporty SUV. Strangely, as we move on to the petrols and electrics, it seems like we have a larger basket of options. With the petrols, you have 4 options, namely the Audi Q3 Sportback, the BMW X1 S-Drive M Sport, the Mercedes-Benz GLA 200 and the Mercedes-Benz GLB 200. Pricing is 67.87 lakhs, 62.27 lakhs, 63.91 lakhs and 75.01 lakhs respectively. Yes, you're right, just the big Germans in this category. The Audi gets a 1984cc 4-cylinder turbo petrol producing 193 horsepower and 320 Newton meters of torque. It is also an all-wheel drive mated to a 7-speed DCT. The X1 S-Drive comes with, and quite insultingly, a 1499cc 3-cylinder twin-turbo petrol engine producing a funny 134 horsepower and 230 Newton meters of torque. This is also mated to a 7-speed DCT. The GLA also has a small 1332cc turbo petrol engine, but it at least has 4 cylinders, 161 horsepower and 270 Newton meters of torque, and this too comes with a 7-speed DCT. The GLB, which is basically an entry-level GLB, has 7 seats but shockingly comes with the same engine as on the GLA. And even the torque number is lower at 250 Newton meters. I mean, what is even the reasoning behind this trim? Anyway, without being too bewildered by the GLB, let's move on to the electrics, where once again you have 4 options. These are the Volvo XC40 Recharge single motor, the Volvo XC40 Recharge all-wheel drive, the Mercedes-Benz EQB 250 Plus and the Volvo C40 Recharge EAT. Yes, Volvo is showing off its electric commitment with this portfolio. Pricing is 65.09 lakhs, 74.89 lakhs, 68.39 lakhs and 74.91 lakhs respectively. When it comes to battery size, it's 69 kilowatt hours, 70.5 kilowatt hours, 78 kilowatt hours and 78 kilowatt hours again with the C40 Recharge. Power figures are 238 horsepower with 420 Newton meters of torque, 188 horsepower with 385 Newton meters of torque, 402 horsepower with 660 Newton meters of torque, and 408 horsepower with again 660 Newton meters of torque. Since all these cars are electric, let's also compare their range and efficiency. The XC40 single has a range of 475 kilometers. The XC40 all-wheel drive gets 418 kilometers, whereas the C40 gets 540 kilometers. The EQB is the only 7-seater on the list, whereas the others are all 5-seaters. With the technical comparison done amongst these categories, time has come to tell y'all which one of these cars I'd put my monopoly money on. But before that, I want to hear it from you. Which one would you buy? Would you buy a big SUV for this money, or would you rather go for a sedan or maybe something else? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your opinions too. As for me, I'm really inclined towards the Volvo electrics. They'd be fun to drive and easy on the pocket too, and perfect for short weekend getaways to nearby towns. But for me, I'd like a car that lasts long, and with a large battery pack underneath the car, I'd constantly be worried about the limited car life and depreciation value. And I don't like diesels either. I hate how they smell and I hate their short power banks. Yes, they're punchy for sure and quite addictive too. But the long power bands of the petrols with multiple stages of power is what I actually prefer. I'd actually go ahead and buy a petrol sedan for this kind of money, but to stay within the scope of this video, I'd put my money on the Audi Q3 Sportback. It's a punchy petrol with all-wheel drive. The rear seats are spacious too, and the boot is also very healthy. And you won't be lugging around a body-on-frame SUV. The quick 7-speed DCT would make it easy in the city, and the nice big wheels with a low-slung design would make it stable on the highways. That brings us to the end of this video. I hope you India Soccer and the rest of y'all enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to the channel. It is going to take me a long way, and I'll see y'all in the next CarStats video.